Hi, my friends. Today I'm here to give a podcast about parapsychology and the phenomena that my mother and me we have lived throughout our lives. First, I will explain what parapsychology is. Uh, it's not spirit. It's not uh, in another word power. It's a thing, a natural thing, a power that all of us have uh, in bigger or little scale. We have, all of us have. Some have more, like me and mom. Some have just sometimes. Some people never experience them. But it's not spirits. It does have to do with spirits or with entities. Nothing. It's a power that it's nature. I think it's a brain power. uh, I have a lot of people that told me that dreamed that someone would die and the person died after. It's the more common, most common uh, phenomenon that exists. Uh, so, what they call paranormal, I call natural, normal. So, I have a lot of people that said, "Oh, I dreamed someone would die and the person died." And always it comes to announce a tragedy, and never a good thing, a happy thing. Uh, Never comes the numbers of lottery, never comes anything happy. It's always uh, trying to tell us, oh, something bad will happen, take care. But the problem is, it never comes with explanations or with details or with uh, subtitles explaining. So maybe it comes to give us a chance to prevent that thing not to happen. But it's so difficult to decipher, to understand sometimes the message that comes, that people in general can't do anything to prevent what will happen. So I will tell now some facts, real facts that happened with my mother and me, starting by her because she's older than me. So when she was 5 years old, her dad died. Her mom said, "Go upstairs and call your dad for a breakfast." And she went. She didn't know he was dead. And when she looked at him and saw him cold and with big open eyes and dead, uh, her reaction was to jump from the window. But magically, unexplainedly, uh, two hands that she couldn't see held her by the waist, and she didn't jump the high window. And she went upstairs and said, "Dad is Dad is dead." Like I said, Walking Dead's Walking Fathers. And this was the first phenomenon that happened. After, for a time that also her mom died, every night she saw a little light that came from far away when she started to sleep. A little light, and it came closer and bigger and closer and bigger till she woke up scared, and she screamed, and all the neighbors heard, and she never knew what this light was. She was about 5, 6, 7 years old. And when the first phenomena that her dad died happened when she was 5 years old. So a child can't lie. Uh, I swear I wouldn't believe if this hadn't happened with me and with her. After she had an uncle that raised her, a good person, and 3 days before he died, uh, she had a dream that she saw him knocking on the gate, and she was yellow, and after he went to a tunnel, and she said, I wanna go with you, and he said, no, you can't go with me. You should stay. She told him the dream, and he said, oh, it's something. It's just a dream, a nightmare. But after 3 days, he died. What else? After his wife, her aunt, she was put in a house to elder people, and she lived there alone for 1 year. And my mom was taking a bath, shower, and suddenly she hears someone screaming, a woman voice screaming in her ear, calling her name. After she went out from the bathroom, and her other aunt received a call saying that her aunt had died far away. Not far away in the same city, but far. What else happened? Then she got married, she had me, and once my dad went out to drink because he was a drunk, and he went to the bar as every night. We stayed alone, sleeping. Uh, the living room had the lights off, but the other place besides the other room besides had the light on, and she saw a vulture of a tall man that she thought could be her dead uncle. She covered her head, and also she asked to my father, is it you? And nobody answered, and the door had moved the key. She heard the sound of a key moving, and it was nobody. After a long time, my dad came back, and it wasn't him. And that is all. That was all. That was all for that time. What else? I'm here trying to remind more phenomena. Well, when I was 10, I I had I wanted to dance at school in a group with my friends. We rehearsed, uh, and the day of to, to perform, my mom said, I have a bad sensation, you shouldn't go. I said, no, I rehearsed, I have to go. And she saw with open eyes, because she is more powerful than me. She saw with open eyes, two hands, just two hands in a square, a light square, two hands just like this. Oops. and it disappeared. She did not know what it was. So I went to dance. We won among the groups, and after we went to my dad, my dad's Spanish aunt house, and we stayed there till late at night. As always, we visited her, and he wanted to go back to school that was in front of her house to drink more. And I went to go with him. So I ran on the sidewalk and I fell. And when I fell, I hurt my two hands. And also the shoulder and one finger. But my hands were very damaged. I still have some marks here that are disappearing because I was 10, now I am 46. Here and here. Stayed the marks for a long time. And this didn't come as a dream. This came as a real vision. It's rare people have it. So explaining again, parapsychology, paranormality isn't a phenomenon that we say, oh, see the future how there to me now. Tell if I will get a job or I will get a girlfriend or boyfriend. No, it doesn't work like this. This doesn't exist. Like says Padre Quevedo, that was a Spanish priest that lived in Brazil. He said, eso no existe. Si tienen poder, dóblame mi dedo. I believe that some people, in the United States especially, have the power of catch a clothes of a dead person and to see things and discover the murder, who murdered them. But it's really rare. Don't believe in the people that say, oh, I can see, tell me now, I will see for you. Never works. The good ones never ask for money and work to the United States Police. So, after it started me to have my things. When I was a kid, I was dreaming that a plane fell, and when I turned it on, my mom turned it on TV before school in the morning. The first news I saw, it was a plane had fallen. And after, when I was bigger, I was working. I had a love and I didn't know he was married, and I ran after him for 1 year, and after he disappeared for 3 days, it seems 3 days is the right thing, the right time. And after I looked for him. I don't know how I discovered he had died, but before, some days before, I dreamed that my wall was falling, that I had holes on my wall, and earth fell from the wall. And after, I dreamed that I was in the place we met in the church where I worked as a teacher for a school that rented the church. And I dreamed that my chief that was never here with me, I was kind of my chief of my own, and he In the dream, he stayed all the time with me. And I said, "Oh, I finished the classes today. I'm going away today for okay." He said, "No, you have still a mission." Let me see the word here in English. Uh, he told me you have still a coffin to carry. And at the end, the dream, the nightmare, I don't know, ended like this. I did not think anything would happen. But 3 days after, I discovered him, he had died. Uh, what else? Also, Saturday morning, I was going to give classes. Uh, and I had dreamed that a plane fell on a street that went out. A plane fell and shocked with a bus that was going up, and that I saw ambulances and many people on the floor waiting to be rescued. And when I arrived to school, my student said, "Did you see the accident that happened in the other street in my neighborhood?" I said, "No, but I dreamed. I was dreaming." So it is still a mystery if our soul goes there or the fact comes to us. In general, are facts that have to do with us, but sometimes it can be facts that doesn't have anything to do. I didn't have any acquaintance in that bus or in that plane that fall. I had another premonition, another ESP, uh, but I wouldn't like to tell about it. That affected me a lot, is affecting me now, and I had it twice. I I just know that it was so real, and it happened again. After my mother had a stroke, she stopped to have this this phenomena, and I haven't had except this last fact I had twice in dreams. Uh, but maybe because it won't happen any tragedy. It can be. Now I will do another podcast about religion and to see the future. Goodbye.